Meadow, Agawam, Feeding Hills, Springfield, Southwick, as well as Enfield and Granby, Connecticut, visit us on the web at westfieldbank.org.
Support for community radio on WSKB provided by Westfield Electroplating. Employing over 140 skilled platers, painters, and technicians, Westfield Electroplating was founded in 1946 and was the first company in the country to achieve National Aerospace and Defense Contractor Program accreditation, proudly maintaining that status for over a decade. Westfield Electroplating provides over 50 quality finishes to meet your corrosion, cosmetic, or performance needs. On the web at www.westfieldplating.com or 413-568-3716. Westfield Electroplating, putting the finishing touches on technology.
It's Tuesday morning from 6 till 8. Wow, it's Tuesday with Bob Plass.
Community Radio
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
8:07, and again, I don't know if it's 8:07 and a half for a quarter or three-quarter.
Well, we could always sit here for 60 seconds.
Did you hear that?
I heard that.
That same being that's making that noise.
I hear it.
They were up at the studio where the good clock was this morning, and they just could have, yeah.
I had more important things and a live show on the air.
Wait. More important than us. I'm hurt, Ken. But we'll get over it. We'll carry on.
So what exactly is going out to the air? I have multiple displays going on in here.
The one that says program?
Does it?
Up in the right-hand corner.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it does.
All right. You know what? This table has moved up like 3 feet from where it normally is.
I know.
And it's totally throwing off that chroma.
That's because you're in the middle of the blank wall now. You're part of the black wall. Maybe we'll have to paint some more blue. Or just paint all the walls green. I'll get a 5-gallon bucket.
Don't look at me. I don't paint.
Want to help me paint walls?
No.
You know what? I'm in town today. At 10:01, I'm going to fix all of this.
You're going to paint the walls? I don't have enough paint.
I'm not going to paint the wall. I'm not going to paint the damn wall. I'm going to fix the wiring here. I'm going to put the table where it should be.
We moved it out a little bit for the campaign election night thing.
No, it wasn't out this far for that.
I don't
Okay,
remember.
well, maybe they moved it. I don't know.
Yeah, who's they?
Well, there's students in here during the day, too, now. So, you know, they do stuff here. They do photography in here. Mm-hmm. Using the blue wall.
Okay, well, they should be taught that if they move something, they put it back.
Mark it.
We'll have to put marks down on the floor.
Mark on the floor like you do a stage. Mark it.
Yeah, put it back. You know, don't. One of the headphone extensions was unplugged. I wasn't getting audio on my monitor. You know, it's. You know, I have to have my ducks in a row. All right, and yesterday was kind of frantic for me, which I'll get into later on.
Oh no.
But,
oh no.
Is it Durante?
Yeah, this is just, you know, what I'm going through this morning is just cream on the top of my coffee, baby.
For a foodie, you're having a bad week.
Uh-oh.
So now it's
Alrighty.
8:10.
Yeah, moving along now, Ken. Where are we?
Today is the 24th day of September in the year 2019 Anno Domini.
Okay.
This is the Den Ken's Den.
The views expressed by the host during his monologue are those solely of his own, not those of Westfield State University, the Westfield State University Radio Club, our underwriters, I'll say Channel 15, and JPEG Luca, who's driving down the road trying to keep his regular job in check. And now...
Oh, I don't like the look we're getting, Peter.
Long pause.
Uh-oh. Oh, and out comes the pen.
You know what, Pete?
What's going on, Ken?
This is it.
You finally given up?
My last my last monologue.
Really?
That is until November.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
This year, the month of October is reserved for interviews with the city council candidates, both ward and at large. There are 15 possible slots available, and in the past, most of them got filled up. Today is the primary here in Westfield. Within a day or two, a bulk email will go out to every ward and at-large city council candidate with an invite to sign up for a time slot to come in for an interview. This email will hit everyone at the same time. Ooh. And no one other than myself and Kitten of the Keys will know when it goes out. And remember, the slots are first come, first served. If it's to your advantage to get your word out quickly or early, up to you to decide. Some candidates signed up for the earlier slots last time and won. These interviews are also archived on YouTube and posted to social media. All right. Once all of the interviews have been completed, I will run them in the order they were recorded, one after another on Channel 15. Not going to put them on 15 until I have all of them. And I will make sure Channel 15 is carpet bombed with those interviews, just like I did with the mayoral primary interview. I don't believe this is the third election cycle I've been involved with here on community radio and television.
I know. I'm just looking at the old ones,
Yeah.
2017.
And then there was one before that.
I know.
Yeah. I always was only involved with council candidates. All right. Last week, was the first time ever I got involved with the mayoral race. And it was the first time I had more than one candidate in the hot seat at the same time. I'm going to do something right now that I have not cleared with Pete.
Uh-oh.
And he's not even paying attention now because he's talking with Matt from the graphics art department.
I'm listening to you. I just muted my mic so I could talk.
So I'm going to do something, as I said, right now that I have not yet cleared with Kitten of the Keys.
Oh, no.
Chairman Meow. As a citizen producer at Westfield Community Programming, I'm going to take the liberty to commit to something. If I am still involved with community programming during the next election cycle, and there is a primary, I will make sure something similar to what I did last week is done.
Okay.
Yeah, as long as you produce it, that's fine.
Last week's interview special was thrown together last minute. All right, I was actually out of town the entire week prior. I was waiting and waiting to see if something was going to be done. As I don't like stepping on people's feet.
Mm-hmm.
When it was evident nothing was going to be done, that's when I stepped up. All right, now let me talk about last week's special that I put together on the community programming channel. That was all on me. I'm the one who decided to do it. I approached all the candidates and scheduled the time and date. I decided on the format and even the chroma backdrop so we wouldn't have to stare at a blank blue wall. Now, I say this not for accolades, but to describe what I am at Channel 15. A community producer, a volunteer. The Westfield Community Programming Channel is the vehicle, the equipment, the access and ability to broadcast the programming out, making everything work. That is Peter. And believe me, I've seen how things tick behind the scenes. There's a lot more going on than just recording the Morningside community radio broadcasts and getting the city council meetings on Channel 15. So I did this not only as a public service now, but also to show that community programming is more than just the live morning shows that we've had for over 5 years now. Community programming in Westfield has gotten a slow start compared to some of the surrounding communities. But we are growing and improving. Just this past year, we filmed and broadcast over 16 hours of coverage just related to the 350 celebration. And on Thanksgiving, we'll be running a marathon of everything filmed for the 350, so stay tuned for the schedule for that. Right now, the most expensive thing for community programming is equipment. And as budget allows, we're slowly gathering what we need. This will take some time. Now, did you know that not one dime of taxpayer money goes towards the expenses of community programming, including payroll?
No, I did not.
The money comes from Comcast, all right? And it is called PEG funding, all right? It's a portion of your Comcast bill that goes towards this, and it happens in most communities that Comcast operates in.
Interesting.
Or Charter, or whoever.
Right. Some of the community programming options and facilities in surrounding communities are quite robust and impressive, all right? These are also communities that jumped on the idea years and years ago. It took them quite some time to get where they are. I don't see us getting as large as Northampton or Springfield, but there's definitely room to grow a bit. Mm-hmm. Personally, I would love to see the equipment budget doubled so we can get to where we need to be sooner rather than later. All right, there are a few things I've been asking Peter for that aren't in the budget right now but would be useful. Here's something else I'm going to commit to. And I do so because community programming has been in the habit of doing it in the past anyway. Either myself or Pete will make sure that every election forum that takes place between now and November 5th will be recorded and put up both on Channel 15 and the Channel 15 YouTube page, with a schedule of broadcast dates posted in the Westfield News. Jesus, I feel like I'm campaigning myself now. Speaking of campaigning, get out there and vote in our primary today.
Yep.
Pete, I want you to cut away to a logo because I'm going to move this darn table while we do a break, and we're going to do our break right now because we're going to pay our bills. We'll be back right after this.
Breaker 19, this here's a rubber duck. You got a copy on me, Big Ben? Come on. Yeah, 10-4, Big Ben, for sure. By golly, it's clean clear to Flagtown. Come on. Yeah, it's a big 10-4 there, Big Ben. Yeah, we definitely got the front door, good buddy. Mercy sakes alive, it looks like we've got us a convoy.
It was the dark of the moon on the 6th of June in a Kenworth pulling logs. Cab over Pete with a reefer on and a Jimmy hauling hogs. We was heading for Bear on I-10 about a mile out of Shaky Town. I says, Pigpen, this here's a rubber duck and I'm about to put the hammer down.
'Cause we got a little convoy rocking through the night. Yeah, we got a little convoy, ain't she a beautiful sight? Come on and join our convoy, ain't nothing gonna get in our way. We gonna roll this trucking convoy across the USA.
Breaker, Big Ben, this here's a duck. Now, you want to back off them hogs? 10-4, about 5 mile or so. 10 Roger, them hogs is getting intense up here.
By the time we got into Tulsa town, we had 85 trucks in all. But there's a roadblock up on the Cloverleaf, and them bears was wall to wall. Yeah, them smokies as thick as bugs on a bumper. They even had a bear in the air. I says, calling all trucks, this here's the duck. We about to go a-hunting bear.
'Cause we got a great big convoy rocking through the night. Yeah, we got a great big convoy, ain't she a beautiful sight? Come on and join our convoy, ain't nothing but a getting our way. We gonna roll this trucking convoy across the USA. Convoy.
You want to give me a 10-9 on that, Big Ben? Negatory, Big Ben, you're still too close. Yeah, them hogs is starting to close up my sinuses. Mercy sakes, you better back off another 10.
Well, we rolled up Interstate 44 like a rocket sled on rails. We tore up all of our swindle sheets and left them setting on the scales. By the time we hit that shy town, them bears was getting smart. They'd brought up some reinforcements from the Illinois National Guard. There's armored cars and tanks and jeeps and rigs of every size. Yeah, them chicken coops was full of bears, and choppers filled the skies. Well, we shot the line, we went for broke, with 1,000 screaming trucks, and 11 long-haired friends of Jesus in a chartreuse microbus.
Here, rubber duck to Sodbuster. Come on there, yeah, 10-4 Sodbuster. Listen, you want to put that microbus in behind that suicide jockey? Yeah, he's hauling dynamite, and he needs all the help he can get.
Well, we laid a strip for the Jersey Shore and prepared to cross the line. I could see the bridge was lined with bears, but it didn't have a doggone dime. I says, Pigpen, this here's a rubber duck. We just ain't going to pay no toll. So we crashed the gate doing 98. I says, let them truckers roll 10-4.
'Cause we got a mighty convoy rocking through the night. Yeah, we got a mighty convoy, ain't she a beautiful sight? Come on and join our convoy, ain't nothing gonna get in our way. We gonna roll this trucking convoy across the USA.
All right, 10-4, Big Ben, what's your 20? Omaha. Well, they ought to know what to do with them hogs out there for sure. Well, mercy sakes, good buddy, we're going to back on out here, so keep the bugs off your glass and the bears off your tails. We'll catch you on the flip-flop.
Support for community radio on WSKB is provided by Betts Plumbing and Heating Supply Company, an independent, family-owned wholesaler serving Westfield for over 50 years, specializing in plumbing, heating, and industrial piping supplies. On the web at betsplumbing.com or at 14 Coleman Avenue in Westfield.
It's Tuesday morning from 6 till 8. Wow, it's Tuesday with Bob Plass.
Community Radio 89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
8:23, and again, I have no idea if it's 8:23 and a quarter or half or 3/4. All right, it doesn't sound like we have one of the microphones open in here.
Try it now.
Chef?
Nope,
No.
not hearing
Oh,
you.
for Christ's sakes, he grabbed the wrong mic. Okay, go ahead.
Hello. There we are.
There we are. We got you.
Testes. 1, 2, 3. Oh, is it going to be one of those mornings?
You didn't.
What are we doing?
Did you move mics again?
No.
What do you mean move mics
He
again?
He changed.
No,
No, we're
no,
good.
he didn't.
No,
He's
no.
good.
He's,
we hear him.
he's trying to adjust.
Okay.
All right. Are you done playing?
Is this thing on?
Can anybody
Only if you
hear
talk
me?
straight into it.
Hello.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? We're here.
Look at it. It's
We got
8:24
Hey, it's
now.
not my usual day. Give me a break. I'm getting adjusting here. Good morning.
Good morning.
Why do I get up for this?
'Cause
Today-
you love it.
Today is the 24th day of September in the year 2019. Anno Domini. This is the Den, Ken's Den. Ken Stomsky behind the mic, as I am each and every week.
No, you're not each and every week.
Just about.
I try to be.
I know.
Now, in the control room is Kitten of the Keys, Chairman Meow, Peter Coles. That was a little weak, so I just juiced it up a little bit.
Okay.
Maybe we can hear it better now. There we go.
Sounds like home.
I have a very long cable running from here to the control room just to do that. You know what else I can do with it?
Uh-oh.
I can turn around and say, and then Mother Kathy Palmer.
There you go.
It's a good thing that I know you're a farmer.
I thought of that because if people listening, tuning in, and hurting it, yes, hurting it.
Yeah, that's
Hurting
later.
it.
That's
How
later.
punny is that? How punny is that? Yes, folks, I do live on a farm.
She'll be here all week, ladies and gentlemen. Try the veal.
Oh, that was utterly ridiculous. But he has to milk it for all it's worth, doesn't he?
Kathy, can we just keep
Take
moving
it right
along
in my
here?
heart, guys. I'm done.
This is terrible. Terrible. And it's starting already, folks. Good morning, Ken. Nice to have you back anyway.
Back, I was
We
here
did
last
miss
week,
you.
wasn't I?
I know. Yes, you were.
Yeah,
but the last time Chef and I were on forever and ever and ever, we missed you, didn't we? Say yes,
Oh, yes,
we did.
yes, we certainly
did.
missed you.
Last week was a disaster.
No, it was not. No, it was unusual.
Try not to live in the past.
It was unusual. Yes, move forward. Move forward. Moving along now.
Okay, we'll keep moving along.
We're never going to hear the end of this, Chef. Never. Never. And he'll cook up more jokes for you.
Oh, speaking of cooking things up, I have some things to get into with the chef later on.
Did you bring samples?
Yes, I did,
Oh, boy.
actually.
Ooh.
Yes. What did I just hear? Did everyone else hear that?
I did.
That was
Right.
me.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right. Are you going to excuse yourself?
What? It was something on my phone.
Oh.
It was some SJW.
Oh, okay. An FJW.
Greta Thunberg.
Would be.
Oh, that would be a social justice warrior.
Acronyms.
How dare you continue to look away and come here saying that you're doing enough when the politics and solutions needed are still nowhere in sight.
Eco warrior.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. The sky is falling.
Is that actual footage?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She
Yeah,
spoke to some world conference or something.
It was all over the mainstream media last night.
I've seen some of it.
It was being
yeah.
retweeted by Giselle Bundchen.
Yeah.
I saw the assembly in Northampton on Friday. I happened to be there in town on business, and there was quite a bunch of people taking up the center of downtown Northampton.
Well, that's Northampton.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You could.
They just didn't want to go to
You
school.
could turn around and say that cow farts are bad, and you'll get 1,000 people downtown protesting cows.
Kat, how do you feel about that? Are cow farts bad?
But they'll be going to the food truck with burgers down the street for lunch.
I forgot what a pleasure it is to have you in the studio, John.
Oh, okay.
It's been a couple of months. It's been a couple of months. So I originally was going to have the new chief of police on the radio this morning, but it's been things. There's been activity in town, and some meetings came up this morning that were more important than me. So I'm like, okay, chief, no problem. All right, we'll try this again in November.
So how do you feel being
we'll tape a
second
show.
choice?
Oh,
Your second choice,
you know,
John.
that's like that restaurant. It's called
Second choice?
Almost. I don't want to say it bad, but the name of the place is called Plan B. So you're automatically not Plan A. I don't get it.
Yeah, that's like the fly-by-night store.
Is that next to the Roadkill Cafe?
That's down in Hyannis.
Ouch.
Yeah, it is. That's a real place.
It's down in Hyannis. I've eaten there.
Yeah.
Roadkill Cafe.
Yeah, they have.
Roadkill Cafe.
Yeah, they have
There's one
awesome.
in Maine as well.
Yeah, they have awesome possum and all types of great things on the menu.
Oh my.
It's true.
Yeah.
You can eat all kinds of weird animals at the Big E too right now, from what I understand. Python burgers and alligator sausage and all kinds of stuff. You want to eat weird animals?
You can, not me. Thank you.
But not possums, I don't think. But maybe that might be the Big E stand
About
for
squirrel.
next year. So when I did that game dinner, we did a squirrel and mushroom casserole.
Yeah,
that was real good.
We used to eat squirrel at
Squirrel
home
is yummy.
all the time when I was a kid, and I thought nothing of it. My brother used to hunt squirrel, and my mom used to make a squirrel pie constantly, and we
It took a lot of squirrels to make that pie,
did,
too.
But we would have a clothesline with all these squirrel skins hanging on it. I didn't think anything of it. Except I remember...
Yeah, you really only get the hind quarter that's useful on a squirrel,
Yeah,
so it takes a lot of them.
It really does. It's interesting, as a trained chef, breaking down different mammals and lambs and pigs and cows and stuff like that, But when you get down
And
to
tigers and bears, oh my.
Well, once you can break down one mammal, you can break down any mammal. but this table is too funny.
Humans being another mammal.
Well, squirrels is where I was going, but
okay.
You break it down, but then there's no parts. There's nothing there except for that leg quarter. That's really it.
Yeah, that's it.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Good to know.
So you just boil the whole thing.
Well, we did have company one time, and my mother had served a squirrel pie, and she didn't want to tell them that it was a squirrel pie. And I remember the young lady just going, "Oh, this is so delicious," and we're all kind of going, "Oh dear God, don't tell her, don't tell her, don't tell her. Is it chicken?" Yes.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
You cannot mistake squirrel for chicken.
Well seasoned.
If you don't know, it won't hurt you.
It's more like a reddish meat.
Well, I was gonna say, it's thigh meat. It's well seasoned thigh meat.
Yeah. I went out to eat once with someone, and she ordered venison. This was over at a very large, very expensive restaurant. And she's eating it, and she said, this tastes a lot like deer meat.
Knock, knock.
No, I'm serious. She really said that.
Yeah.
Did you know venison tastes like deer meat? Oh, really? Oh.
Tastes like chicken. No, and actually, no, it doesn't taste anything like chicken.
No, that one does not.
No. So I wanted to talk about what happened to me yesterday, and I wanted to talk about this past week, but instead we just really screwed off and destroyed 10 minutes worth of broadcast time.
Well,
we're
there's
never
a
going to get back.
surprise.
That's why it's called Ken's Den.
Yep.
That's why we don't take any responsibility.
None.
So I'm gonna go to break, and then we come back to break. Kathy, you have to hold me to what happened to me last night, and
Okay.
And then at some point we're going to talk about food because I brought some food in. And we're also going to be talking about... I'm also going to be hopping up on my soapbox regarding straws again.
Oh, no.
Because I have a solution with me today that just takes care of everything, and it makes Kenny a very happy person.
It's frightening.
It's frightening, and you're gonna have to wait and remain tuned in to figure out exactly what the hell I'm talking about. 8:33 and 8:33 and whatever. Paying bills. We'll be back right after this.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by Comcast and Xfinity.com, offering Xfinity TV, Internet, home phone, and home security services. Information on all that Xfinity has to offer in the Westfield area is available online at Xfinity.com.
Underwriting is brought to you by Boise Cascade Distribution, providing products and services needed for building material dealers, home improvement centers, and industrial customers. They offer everything from engineered wood and plywood to Drex decking and railing, James Hardy siding, and Advantech subfloor. Located at 33 Fowler Street Extension in Westfield and on the web at bc.com.
They are committed to providing quality products, great service, convenience, and value.
It's Tuesday morning from 6 till 8. Wow, it's Tuesday with Bob Plass.
Community Radio 89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
Mama liked to party when you were in her belly, drinking she did some. Mama liked to party when you were in her belly, that's why you are dumb.
8:38 in the morning, WCPC Channel 15, WSKB 89.5 FM.
All right, now, you gave me the task of making sure you get into what happened to you last night. I know, but the audience doesn't.
Some of the audience knows.
They might. That's true. That's
Yep.
true. Some of you are 22, or is it up to 23?
23, I think.
Okay. We have 23 viewers.
Woohoo! My refrigerator crapped out yesterday.
Oh, this.
And it must have happened early in the morning, even before I left for work, because I came home and all of my ice cream was soup. The popsicles were liquefied.
Oh, no.
The fridge is 20 years old, and I had a twin to it upstairs with my tenants. And that one died a year and a half ago. And there's something about this particular make and model that they'll go 18 to 20 years, and it's like planned obsolescence.
You're lucky you got 20 years.
Yeah.
The newer ones are like, what, 5?
I think so.
5 to 7, yeah, tops.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I got a little bit of luck going on because my father had recently got a new fridge just because he got a good deal on it. Mm-hmm. And his old quote-unquote fridge, the Whirlpool side-by-side, is sitting out in his garage working. It has like a jar of water in it, but it's that's all he has in it, and he's paying the electricity to keep that jar of water cold. But I needed to find a way of getting that fridge from his location to my location, and he can't help me with anything like that. He actually has a weak heart, and he can't be stressed out or overexert himself. So I hate asking people for help, but I went on the Facebook last night, and I'm like, hey, look, I need to move a refrigerator tomorrow. And within 20 minutes, tons and tons and tons of people replied to me, offering help. And I want to thank the Facebook world, the social media world that responded to me. That meant a lot, all right? I wasn't expecting that many people to reply. And ultimately, I'm meeting up with somebody at 12 today, and we're going to move the refrigerator down to my house. I lose a day of work. I lose over $100 worth of food, but I'm able to take care of all this in about a day. Speaking of losing food, I have one of these things. All right?
We're on the radio for most of it.
There we go.
Right into the thing. I saw the flash.
Yeah, I try to go by the image here really quick. So I have one of these. It's an infrared thermometer. So I'm aiming it at things in my refrigerator.
It's a surface temperature thermometer.
Yes. And I know that some of the things I can get away with them at 52, 53 degrees for a little while, like ketchup and sealed salad dressing and things like that. I can get away with that. But there are other things that I might not want to touch later on.
Yeah, well, you don't know. If you don't know how long, obviously, it was in that range above 45 degrees, then it's pretty much, even the surface and everything in there should all be sanitized because that's had time for bacteria to just grow everywhere. In there.
Oh, the fridge is being destroyed. I'm talking about...
I mean, like the other, even like you keep the ketchup, you want to wash the outside of the jar. And stuff like that because
I didn't even think of that.
You just had that whole, if anything was in there, God forbid, festering at that time, then it would just kind of be exponentially populating.
Nice.
I designed a console for here to be built by one of the shops, and I sent the plans to Pete the other day. Did you get them?
Yeah, we got to refine them a little bit. I talked to the guys. We need to. I can take care of some of that.
Okay. And once we get this thing built, that type of stuff is not going to be happening anymore. Matter of fact,
Well, I actually like it because now I'm going to start improvising into when I'm talking.
but we're going to be losing these arms. All right, we're going to have something very low profile coming up off the top of the console, so it'll be really nice.
Oh, goody. So then I really have to comb my hair.
I actually like the vibration off the plastic table.
Children.
So you went through the whole serve safe and everything. So you're the right person for me to talk to. So I'm blasting this at a thing of ketchup, and I know it's been 52, 53 degrees for 24 hours. I think I'm safe because of the vinegar and crap in it.
It's ketchup. Some people don't even refrigerate ketchup. So
we didn't used to.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mayonnaise. What about mayonnaise?
Yeah.
That one might not want to try to save the $2.
No, I don't think so. No, anything that was dairy based or protein based, like because that mayonnaise has eggs in it, or anything like that that's that's been open. I would get rid of all that stuff.
Mm-hmm. Sealed deli meats like Oscar Mayer stuff.
No, yeah. If they were over 45 degrees for more than 4 hours, you want to get rid of any of that.
Even though they're sealed.
Yeah, because they still have to be refrigerated.
All right, we've gone up to $200 in lost food now.
Your insurance might cover some of that, does it?
I don't have insurance for that.
Homeowners insurance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My insurance just covers fire. Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah. Yeah, because it's rental property technically. The insurance is very expensive because you're dealing with tenants, and you're required with your mortgage to at least cover fire. And you would be amazed if you saw how much that policy cost. So that's what I'm doing, and odds are if I did have the renter's insurance or homeowner's insurance that covers content, you usually have a deductible like $1,000. So you're not going to pay $1,000 to get $200 worth of food. So it's just something I need to eat. Get it? You see what I did there?
Don't do it. Don't eat it.
So
you can make soup.
He's on a roll today.
So later on this afternoon, I'm going to be hitting both places to hit sale items in both places and get my Friendly's watermelon sherbet, my popsicles, and my cold cuts. Might have to go to
Price Right. Go to Price Right.
Might have to go to Wally. I think I'm going to hit all 4 places this afternoon.
Wow.
Yeah, people are going to be so happy that refrigerator conked out on me. They're going to see me walking through the door. Hey, look, there's that fat slob from TV this morning that doesn't have any food in his refrigerator.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
Okay,
dear.
so I talked
that
about...
So in the
end...
You're miss...
Oh, my God. Who the hell cares?
That is upsetting, though, when that happens, when you lose all that
happened to everybody,
food.
I think.
Yeah, that's awful.
And there's some stuff in there I was just saving for when I really, really, really was in the mood for it.
Yeah, I get that.
And there's a few recipes I found this weekend, and I bought stuff specific for those recipes. And
not anymore.
How about the frozen stuff that stayed under 40?
Right, so now it's thawed, and as long as you eat it in a couple of days, you could probably use it up.
Like frozen ravioli, frozen spinach.
Yeah, some stuff you can refreeze even, can't you?
I wouldn't refreeze pasta.
Technically, you're not supposed to refreeze
I know
stuff.
that.
I know a lot of. I mean, Grandma did, and they're but if you're really trying to stick by possibly getting sick and stuff like that, but if it stayed under 40, at least nothing bad should have happened yet. So even refreezing, still it should be technically safe, although not necessarily good anymore, but not necessarily unsafe.
Oops.
All right, so the frozen stuff that's warmed up, but hasn't been exposed, I stand a chance.
Right. Well, it got back to fridge temp, so now it's like being refrigerated.
Exactly.
Yes.
And
therefore, as long as you use it up before it gets bad, then you've got time. there.
We brought the temperature something up 40, 45 degrees now, and
the clock is ticking.
We're able to maybe save a few things. My Angie's tortellini.
So
that you get 3 of for $5.
And those are made here in town, right?
Yes, they
local
are.
product.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tortellinis are delicious.
Yeah, I usually keep 3 or 4 bags in my freezer and just I'll make a
you eat them
cold,
frozen right out of the bag.
Close. I make a cold pasta salad out of them.
Popsicles.
A little bit of Italian dressing and that's it.
Yeah.
How long was the fridge out before you found it?
A day.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a long time.
And when I say a day, probably 8 hours that it was starting to lose temperature.
Now, was your freezer full? Was it really full?
2/3 full, and that's what might have saved some of the stuff in there.
I was going to say some of it might not even have defrosted.
But the thing is, half of it was ice cream and novelties.
So they don't hold the temperature; they just melt and they don't keep it cold. Yeah. That's if you have a freezer full of hard packed stuff or wrapped up pieces of meat, that usually holds its temp for quite a while.
I've done that. I've gone downstairs and found that I didn't shut the freezer. But it's so full of meat. Don't tell Ken that. He gets a little healthy about it. But anyway,
I know about your cellar. I'm just not supposed to say anything about it.
It hasn't been enough to start to melt, so I just shut the door again.
When was that October blizzard?
2011.
All right,
That's a long time ago.
I got a bag of ice through at the bottom of my refrigerator, and that was. The electricity was out for 5-6 days.
Oh.
I was able to save most of that food because I wasn't heating the house. It was colder on the inside than it is now.
You got a bag of ice, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. What had just happened? What had just happened? A snowstorm. So what I did, I filled a bunch of plastic coolers full of snow and packed them in the walk-in and kept my walk-in at 35 degrees for the entire time that the power was out at the restaurant.
Yeah.
Just by using I didn't have to buy ice. I was like, I thought, oh no, I got to go buy ice. And I'm like, wait a minute.
Snow
everywhere. So we just packed the snow in the boxes in the boxes and kept it all nice and cold.
I had power the next day.
Oh, lucky.
We did. We were up on Pachasik. I don't understand, but at about 10 o'clock the next night, boom, everything went on.
And there was light.
Literally, she had light. 8:50 in the morning, I owe Pete a break. We'll be back right after this.
The Dunkin' Donut shops of Westfield and the Sardinia family. It's nice to know that even as the world changes, Dunkin' Coffee remains the same at 7 convenient locations throughout Westfield.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by Westfield Bank. For more than 160 years, Westfield Bank has been an important community presence and commercial leader in the Pioneer Valley, with convenient full banking services in Westfield, West Springfield, East Longmeadow, Agawam, Feeding Hills, Springfield, Southwick, as well as Enfield and Granby, Connecticut. Visit us on the web at westfieldbank.org.
It's Tuesday morning from 6 till 8. Wow, it's Tuesday with Bob Plass.
Community Radio 89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
8:53 in the morning. You know, I'm going through my bag here, and I have these clippings from a magazine, and I'm trying to figure out why I have them. And they're going back a little while, and they were with my Chef John Slattery file.
You have a Chef John Slattery file?
Is it dossier?
Shh. That's secret.
Things have been redacted. But there's something down at the bottom of this page, and it is the Anova Precision Immersion Circulator. Now, as you know, I picked one up.
Right.
And Pete was like, "Hey, Ken, get me one of those so you can still get a deal on it." How much was that thing? Like $24?
Yeah.
So here it is. It's highly rated in this magazine, which is Consumer Reports.
Oh.
Okay.
Official stuff.
Yeah. And they price it at $100 to $149. And we got it for like 20 something.
And it wasn't a knockoff, like misspelled?
It is. It's manufactured by them. It's the same thing, but it doesn't have that name on it.
Ah, gotcha.
But you know, I use it every couple of weeks, and I love it. I love it. You know, it's there's no way you can really mess up. Well, yeah, you can, but you have to be really stupid and really bad in order to mess up with an immersion circulator.
Now, do you have a vacuum sealer, or do you just use Ziploc bags?
I got a vacuum sealer.
You were asking that question.
I knew the answer before I asked it. It was just radio talk, you know.
I could get away with the Ziplocs, but I don't trust them. You know, I spent an extra few dollars to get the sealer, and happy I did.
If there's a gadget,
I know. I've been here before.
Ken will have it.
Yeah, you've seen pictures of my appliance shelves.
So we just moved, and I started to coagulate all of my appliances into one place from all the different areas that they were in. Yeah.
Yeah, it happens, doesn't it?
My wife is not excited about my appliances.
What are the ones, both of you, that you use the very most?
Oven, deep fryer.
The electric griddle.
Yep. I got 2 of them.
Really?
Yeah.
The Instapot thing.
Okay.
My Instapot got taken by the ex.
And then
took
a
it.
toaster oven?
A toaster oven. What about you?
Air fryer.
I don't have one of those yet. So.
Yeah, I gotta get mine. Try it out and.
Yeah, French fries.
Now, are
chicken
they really,
nuggets.
Are they really
Really?
better?
Yeah, they're awesome.
Then the deep fryer.
Well, they don't absorb
Well,
much fat.
you're never gonna beat deep frying, Pete. But
old habits die hard.
It's good. All right, it's not bad. The stuff that comes out of the air fryer.
So what do you put in there? You put French fries. You put what else?
Yeah, French fries.
Have you tried?
And then I spray a little bit of Pam type stuff in there, and that's it.
Are you buying already prepared French fries?
Yeah, the frozen, stuff at the market for $3 a bag.
I'm interested to see how cutting a potato and blanching it and throwing them in the air fryer comes out myself, like just out of curiosity for health purposes,
Yeah.
and things like that, because less processed. Because even some of the fries you buy are coated with stuff and have things on
Yeah,
it,
yeah,
which
well-
make them taste delicious. But if I can do that with salt and pepper and some kind of oil, then I'd rather do it that way than
Yeah, I think you're gonna have to play around
I'm sure.
to get a bite on the outside, yet have the inside creamy. Which is, technically you need to even double fry in order to do that properly.
Right, that's a blanching and frying process, anyway.
Yeah, but they come out pretty good in the air fryer. I should be eating them with my diabetes, but I don't care. I'm on medication for that stuff. I take my pill in the morning and at night, and I give myself a shot at night. I'm going to eat my French fries.
Okay.
Yeah, I tried that no carb stuff for about a week when I was diagnosed 2 years ago. Could not do it.
Really?
Yeah. Now I know inside your head you want to scream at me and say, Kenny, I want you to live a long time. You can't be doing this type of thing.
That's true.
My A1C is under 7, even doing this. So I'm okay. All right. And I'm going to continue eating my ice cream even though I'm diabetic because my A1C is under 7. I'm controlled. I'm not full-fledged diabetic. I'm not insulin dependent. I'm like right there, just a little bit above pre-diabetes, but not going to take away my ice cream, not going to take away my potatoes.
Oh, well.
Not going to take away my pasta.
Oh, boy.
My frozen tortellinis that I hope are safe in my freezer right now. Okay, I've been talking about food. On the other side of the break, I brought some stuff in. But, I'm not going to do the food first. I brought in something else I want to make a big announcement about. And I need to remember where... Okay, I remember where I found them. So this is going to be very interesting when we come back. Now, Kathy, last week we figured out what we were going to use for our top of the hour song until the end of the year. So this is the first time now we're going to be able to hear it. And it's... and I'm saying this to remind...
Never mind, Peter.
It's already loaded.
I'm saying this to remind Peter that we're loading something different.
It's
up here.
loaded. I'm ready to go.
Much to his protest.
Do you remember which one it was?
We had two.
Mhm.
You were gonna. One of them was the popcorn, and I forgot what the other one was.
Okay.
Popcorn song. What was the other one? I don't remember.
We're about to find out.
Green onions.
Ah.
Right. 9 o'clock.
Peter didn't like our choices. Can you tell?
I wanted to go with the safety dance. And I'm kind of happy I got shot down by Pete because that's one on the copyright list.
I wondered which ones were.
Yeah.
There's a new list.
Yeah, there were 3 songs.
YouTube.
There were
YouTube
3
list.
songs last week that I had to mute on the video for copyright.
What were the other two?
Leroy Brown,
makes
Safety
sense.
Dance, and there was one other one that I don't remember at the moment.
Interesting.
All right, Pete, let's head into the top of the hour. We'll be back right after this.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by Bay State Dental. Comprehensive dentistry at 14 convenient locations in Springfield, Chicopee, Longmeadow, West Springfield, Belchertown, East Longmeadow, Ludlow, Northampton, Greenfield, and Wilbraham, as well as 29 Broad Street in Westfield. Bay State Dental makes it a priority to help you achieve and maintain the healthy smile you deserve. On the web at baystatedental.com.
It's Tuesday morning from 6 till 8. Wow, it's Tuesday with Bob Plass.
Community Radio 89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
I took Xambrex for over 15 years, till I learned the benefits of once daily Sanguelto, our latest generation blood thinner. When I'm at a multiracial picnic for some reason, the last thing I want to do is have a stroke. And thanks to once daily Sanguelto, I can eat potato salad with chuckling strangers with the confidence of someone who knows he's 12% less likely to suffer a stroke recurrence. Thanks to Sanguelto, I can snuggle with my age-appropriate wife on a blanket underneath non-holiday related fireworks. I left her for 6 weeks back in 2009. Only to realize I was already too old to bed the type of women that would make such a separation worth it. So here we are, grinding it out till one of us has that second stroke that you don't come back from. Thank you, Sanguelto.
WCPC WSKB, brought to you by Sanguelto.
Oh, God, help me.
This portion of the flaming air disaster is brought to you by Sanguelto.
Speaking of flaming air disaster, obviously I had a little bit of time to troll whilst I was away.
Oh, that is not a good thing.
Yeah. All right. So, a while back,
Keep coming back, John, because he makes you laugh.
Apparently so.
A while back,
Why do you keep coming back, John?
This from
I've
you.
asked myself every morning.
I was going to say, this coming from you is not a good question.
You're right. No.
So a while back,
or you, Peter, for that matter.
I have to be control here.
I'm going to try this a fifth time. So
Okay.
a while back, some third grade little snot decided none of us should have any straws. And I went on a tyrant, and I had stories about where I went out to some restaurants and dealt with the paper straw that sucked, but didn't suck, if you follow me.
In fact, they're just
another funny joke.
Because they fall in on each other and fold, and they're horrible.
And if you take it in a bar setting, if you're not trying to pound down your drink, by the time you drink an average large drink, that there's gummy and you can't get the fluid out of the bottom of the glass.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, and you kind of need it to stir the ice cubes up and keep everything mixed too.
Yeah.
So, I really, really, really hated the whole paper straw thing. And then they said, well, bring your own straw. Oh yeah. So I'm going to drag along yet another thing. And then they're showing that these stainless steel straws you carry. I'd like to try to get one of those past TSA. Do you know what you could do to an eye with one of those? Matter of fact, somebody died because a reusable straw jammed right up through their eye and went into their brain.
Car accident or something?
I don't think it was a car accident, but it was a reusable straw killed somebody. So I'm just not down with them. So I'm out and about, and of all places, Wally World. And I found, and you're not going to believe
It's
this.
show and tell.
Unless you actually get one right in front of you. All right. Seems like a normal, everyday plastic bendy straw, right?
Okay.
Take a look at this.
What is
Compostable straws.
So degradable plastic.
Degradable plastic.
Oh!
All right. Composting helps divert waste from landfills. Eco-friendly. Now, you play with them. They seem like a regular plastic bendy drinking straw. All right. And I ran tests on these because I wanted to make sure of what I was getting into. I left them in a glass of water overnight and they retain that shape and that texture and that usefulness.
Right.
So once these go into the ground, they'll go away at some point, but you're no longer having to sacrifice with dirty, filthy, reusable straws or the plastic ones that fall apart. I found them. They're at Walmart, and they're like $3. Compostable straws.
I was.
Isn't that a familiar sound? You know what? Let me get one out here. All right, and all three of us in unison.
Mine is not making a noise.
All right, that was horrible.
Oh, well.
That went over like a fart in church.
Demonstrations. Demonstrations.
So, whilst I'm on straws, Kathy doesn't believe it. She
No.
was examining.
I do believe it. I just wanted to see what it said.
Does it make a claim on how long it does take them to dip?
It doesn't.
that would be
but
my next question.
I have to take it that their advertising on the label is correct and they're not lying to me.
Are they made from corn? Does it say that either, out of curiosity?
No, there really isn't much information on it at all. But you know, there's pictures of leaves and flowers on
so
it.
it's got to be good for the earth because it says it is. Perfect.
Okay, so
good job, Ken.
Yes, from one straw to another straw.
Oh no!
Now, I tried one of these. So, I found these at one of the supermarkets. It's called Water Magic. All right. It is a non-reusable straw that has flavor crystals in them.
Oh.
You stick it into a bottle of water, and it flavors the water as you suck the water up through the straw.
We're going back to the flavor straw idea.
Kinda,
Remember
yeah.
that?
So then, once you're done with it, you throw this straw out. Brand new product. It's a straw that you throw out.
Right.
But it's a yummy straw that you throw out.
Right.
Did you try one?
Yes, I did. It's
Are
not
they
bad.
good?
They left the entire glass of water, the contents of this thing.
Interesting. We had the flavor straw that had the strawberry, the chocolate, and the strip was inside of it.
Mhm.
This
Oh, I
was
remember
way
those.
back,
Oh,
like in the 50s.
Well,
or
I don't remember that, but I've
oh
heard
God,
of
yeah,
them.
because I was
apparently.
little, and they were terrible. But because it was so novel, everybody loved them. But it was not. No,
There
it's not.
were a lot of novel things back then. That some were really good, and some were just.
Well, it was post-war, and we had the baby boom, and you had this, big explosion of suburbia.
Everyone had
and-
money.
Yeah, everybody had money. It was just a different time, you know.
Well, okay, I'm not going to go that far back, but let's say 60s, 70s. Lick-a-Maid. Remember Lick-a-Maids?
No.
Oh yeah, this lick 'em stick, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it had like a banana flavored solid candy thing with 3 different packets that you would lick the stick
Don't remember
and stick in the powder, and you just suck the sugar right off the candy stick that you have.
Yep.
Don't remember that.
Lick-a-Maid.
No.
Yeah.
I actually just I wasn't really big into the sour powdered candy. I just liked the stick. I thought they would.
My favorite was the stick, too.
Good neutral sweet flavor.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, I remember.
I was like, I wish I could
that.
just buy a bag of
Yeah.
these candies that tasted like this. But they,
Yeah. Let's just take a piece of
It was
candy,
like
make it wet,
granules.
and then suck sugar off of it, just like a Pixie Sticks. That was just inhaling sugar, and they were good.
Well, I mean, sugar.
Yeah.
But for hummingbirds, good stuff.
What else was some weird type of product that just?
I enjoyed the wafer paper filled with the little candy pellets inside that look like flying saucers. They call them flying saucers.
Oh yes. Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed that.
Yeah, flying
the
saucers
weird,
were cool.
Nothingness paper taste, and then filled with the little sweet candies inside. It was,
Yeah. I know that not Dot well, some people call them dots. I know that was your favorite.
My dots that you gave me, they're on my fridge.
Yeah, the little dots with sugar.
Candy buttons.
Candy buttons, yeah, because dots are like a juju thing. But that I know that was Kathy's favorite. Were the candy buttons that you eat off the paper.
Yeah, and you've eaten so much paper, but they're delicious nonetheless.
Now what
candy buttons like a sugar paste? They're like almost like a sugar paste.
Sugar.
Yeah, it's simply like a frosting and icing.
It was
almost like a hardened fondant.
Yeah, but more sugar than that.
More sugar.
Yeah. And then we had those little soda bottles that were made out of wax.
I was just about to mention that. What's the point of those? You just bite the top up and drink the liquid. Now, I was told you're supposed to chew the wax like gum, but I never really liked that. It was just weird.
Yeah, it was, and there was really not much liquid in them. You could barely taste it, but we thought they were just terrific. That, and remember do they still make the wax lips at Halloween?
Oh, wax lips, yeah.
Yeah. The stupidest thing ever.
I was a Charms blow pop guy. I love the gum in the middle.
Candy cigarettes.
Oh, yeah.
No, the blow pop.
I was just at a specialty candy shop in Denver, and they had candy cigarettes in there. Yeah. They also had beer-flavored cotton candy.
Ooh.
Which I was going to grab and bring back to Pete, but
I don't know how I feel.
I had won so much stuff at the convention, my luggage was filled. I couldn't bring in anything else.
I do love cotton candy.
Okay, well, you're in for a treat when we come back.
Okay.
All right. I have cotton candy 2 different ways for you, Kathy.
Oh, no.
And we obviously are going to get Chef's opinion on that. Watch this. Pete is talking in the other room with some gentlemen, and I'm going to catch him completely off guard because it's 9:15 and it's time for a break. We'll be back right after this. And there you go, Pete. That's your cue. Hey, Peter, that's your cue. Hey,
when the administration's in here talking to you, you gotta have to talk a little bit. You see?
hey, Peter, TV show going on here.
Peter Talumis was in here, and our good friend Rob O'Lowry. So,
and they
I had
didn't
to deal with that.
And they didn't stop in to say hi.
No, they had a hit and run.
My feelings are hurt, but if they had to go, they had to go.
Yes.
All right. So, anyways, it's 9:15. It's
Yes, I
time
have
for a
music
break.
ready, yes.
Are you ready to take me to break?
I am.
All right, take me to break.
Take us to Breaking Town.
Nothing that is wrong in wanting you to stay here with me. I know you've got somewhere to go, but won't you make yourself at home and stay with me? And don't you ever leave. Lay down, Sally, and rest here in my arms. Don't you think you want someone to talk to? Lay down, Sally, so soon. I've been trying all night long just to talk to you. Sun ain't nearly on the rise. We still got the moon and stars above. Underneath the velvet skies, love is all that matters. Won't you stay with me? Don't you ever leave. Lay down, Sally, and rest here in my arms. Don't you think you want someone to talk to? Lay down, Sally, there's no need to leave so soon. I've been trying all night long just to talk to you. see the morning light color in your face so dreamily. So don't you go and say goodbye. You can lay your worries down and stay with me. Don't you ever leave. Lay down, Sally, and rest here in my arms. Don't you think you want someone to talk to? Lay down, Sally, there's no need to leave so soon. I've been trying all night long just to talk to you. Lay down, Sally, and rest here in my arms. Don't you think you want someone to talk to? Lay down, Sally, there's no need to leave so soon. I've been trying all night long.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Dunkin' Donut Shops of Westfield and the Sardinia family. It's nice to know that even as the world changes, Dunkin' Coffee remains the same at 7 convenient locations throughout Westfield. Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by Comcast and Xfinity.com, offering Xfinity TV, Internet, home phone, and home security services. Information on all that Xfinity has to offer in the Westfield area is available online at Xfinity.com.
It's Tuesday morning from 6 till 8. Wow, it's Tuesday with Bob Plass.
Community Radio 89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
It's gonna be fun and we'll have lots of yucks and maybe learn some stuff, but not definitely. It's the Petey's Funhouse Show!
What?
9:20. We're almost getting near the end. A little bit more. So.
Okay, but the good stuff is coming.
I've been holding this off long enough, all right? Okay. I promised cotton candy 2 different ways. So I found this, and I'm going to open it up now. You know what?
Let me see the package.
Talk amongst yourselves. I'm going to re-aim one of the cameras.
Oh, well, Chef, put the phone down. We have to talk amongst ourselves.
Oh, no.
Cotton candy.
Oh, hi.
Cotton candy.
What are we talking about, cotton candy?
It's all in different flavors, though, now, isn't it? They don't just have the regular cotton candy.
Well, I mean, blue and pink are still, and so right now, the cotton candy flavor is the craze. I saw energy drinks cotton candy flavored the other day.
Oh.
I saw, like, alcoholic beverages are cotton candy flavored. I mean,
You're right.
The cotton candy. So they call cotton candy flavor that kind of basic pink blue.
All right, tell me how they make cotton candy.
It's just a special sugar crystal that's spun in a type of machine that heats it up and makes it fluffy all at the same time.
And that's what I loved, but then it sort of just disappears when you try to eat it. Honestly, you really can't eat cotton candy.
No, it does.
of.
Moisture makes it dissolve, so it's kind of neat. And you can't do it in the humidity, or it won't actually work.
Oh,
it has to be
really?
a dry environment. Yeah, you can't do it on a rainy day. It will just.
I did not know
work.
that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that, but it's been around forever and ever and ever.
Long time.
Always.
Because it goes back, culinary-wise, like before they had these machines that did it that we have now, you would heat up the sugar to a certain temperature, and then dip a tool into the sugar, and then just whip it back and forth over a surface. And if you watch a chef make cotton, quote unquote, something similar to cotton candy, it's big, like a big fluffy ball of spun sugar. Threads of this. From whipping the sugar back and forth, it just kind of makes threads and gets all that similar structure, but nothing like a machine.
You were talking about the straw, the paper straw, with the cotton candy. Remember, we'd have it on that paper cone, but the paper cone would get icky and yucky and hard to use.
So I brought in some. Cut the camera 1.
Fluffy stuff.
Bacon.
Oh my God!
Flavored cotton candy. I don't remember where I picked it up. I picked it up a while ago, and I've been waiting for Chef to come in. But there we go. Cotton candy that's flavored as bacon.
Wow.
So we have got to. See what's going on with.
That's what we were just talking about.
Oh my
I asked
gosh!
you about the flavor.
Go back to 1.
Oh, it's pink.
It's pink.
Meat flavored cotton candy.
And it smells like bacon. All right,
That was my first question.
I'll be the guinea pig here.
Oh my God, it does. But I don't know how I feel about this.
I
have my taste.
Oh my God, that tastes like bacon. Pete, you can go back to.
Oh my God.
It's not.
Be afraid.
It's not horrible.
I mean, it definitely smells like nitrates.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know.
It's bacony.
It's salty.
It's definitely
sugary,
bacon.
and
It's
it tastes like
sweet.
bacon bits. I mean, it's
bacon bits exactly.
It's hitting it. Well, that's that.
Yeah.
Artificial flavor, artificial color,
Mhm.
and salt and sugar. That's it. It's yeah.
Bacon flavored cotton candy. That is just. There's so many levels of wrong there.
It certainly is. It's like a ham steak with sugar glaze on it already, but with nothing natural about it.
What would pair well with this?
It'd be great over apples.
No kidding, huh?
It really would.
It says
You could
here.
melt it down and make the syrup out of it and put it over the apples.
It says here that in
Well, I was thinking more of-
1893,
Oh, let's get to the facts
in
here.
1893, World's Fair in Chicago introduced America to a sweet new sensation, cotton candy. It was an immediate success. There you go.
That's all we get for a fact. Oh, I thought they were going to talk about the facts of this bacon stuff.
That's bacon. Yeah, you're going in for more, aren't you?
I may or may not have been known to stand in the pantry at night and have a handful of bacon bits at Quella.
I've eaten just bacon bits before. You know, it happens.
And
You know what's awesome now? The supermarket, the pre-cooked bacon.
I'll pass it over to you.
That pre-cooked bacon comes in really handy.
It does for salads or to throw in.
Throw on top of a microwave burger or something.
Actual bacon pieces. Now that's one thing.
Yeah.
But this
I
is
use
this
the
is
bacon
bacon
pieces.
Bacon bits.
BAC apostrophe and bacon.
Yeah, which is soy protein and artificial flavor.
Right.
Yeah.
I use them both. I don't know. Do you like that? Do you like that?
I don't think I can eat the entire bag, but I'll have a couple of handfuls of it.
It's got a neat little pop. So yes, in used in the right spot, it's an
Which
interesting,
would be what?
Something like this radio show, reviewing it.
Well, like I said, on top of I could see a little bit of that on top of an apple tart with a little fluff of that on top.
Uh-huh.
And when you go to bite the apple, you get the smoky bacon and the salt on top of with the apple flavor.
You know, when I was asking what it would pair with, I was thinking more of a wine.
Oh.
I don't know that I need cotton candy with
and drink wine, but at the same time, it would a white.
you
maybe
know
like
what?
a Sauvignon Blanc.
An oaky shard would go with that because of the smokiness of the bacon.
I don't think so.
No.
Boone's Farm, maybe.
No.
Apple wine.
Apple wine. There we see. Now we're back in the same vein. Maybe. An apple.
now you're going
now
lowbrow.
an apple. So a bacon.
What about
no,
bacon flavored soda, which exists?
A bacon apple teeny, because there's bacon vodka and apple vodka, and a little fluff of that on the edge of the glass would be the absolute perfect cocktail.
A
You hear that?
Bloody Mary would go well with that too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The sweetness might throw off with the tomato, but I'm thinking that's a fantastic bacon apple martini. One of you cocktail lounges out there should pick that up. I don't know where to find this Charms bacon flavored cotton candy garnish, but
I
it's
think I'm remembering where I found it. I won't. Should I say it on the air?
Probably not.
Let me just say that I'm known for shopping a lot of the odd lots that show up in a few of those discount type stores, and you never know what you're going to walk into.
You really don't.
So
I know where you are.
that might be where I found that. For 9:27, I have something else, but I know it's going to take more than 3 minutes to deal with, so I want to jump right into a break a minute or two early. So if Pete is on the other side here.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay.
It's there this time. Hi, Peter.
Hello.
Hello, Peter.
Hi.
Are you going to come in here and try some of this bacon cotton candy during break?
I may, yeah.
All right.
You got to try it, Peter. I want to know what you think.
Okay.
I'll leave it out for you. 9:28. We'll be back after this.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by Bay State Dental. Comprehensive dentistry at 14 convenient locations in Springfield, Chicopee, Longmeadow, West Springfield, Belchertown, East Longmeadow, Ludlow, Northampton, Greenfield, and Wilbraham, as well as 29 Broad Street in Westfield. Bay State Dental makes it a priority to help you achieve and maintain the healthy smile you deserve. On the web at baystatedental.com.
It's Tuesday morning from 6 till 8. Wow, it's Tuesday with Bob Plass.
Community Radio 89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
Oh, Brian, come here. Would you mind listening to this song I've written for Susie Swanson and tell me what you think?
Okay.
Susie, you're a baby. That's all I have so far.
No. That was horrible.
Well, I've still got to do a little work on it.
What's it called?
Susie.
Wow, a song named after a girl. There aren't a million of those already.
Name 20.
Rosanna, Roxanne, Michelle, Allison, Sarah, Angie, Brandy, Mandy, Gloria, Cecilia, Maggie May, Jessica, Nancy, Barbara Ann, Billie Jean, Layla, Lola, Polly, Helena, Jenny from the block.
Name 6 more.
Sherry, Laura, Wendy, Maria, Peggy Sue, Minnie the Moocher.
Name 5 more.
Tracy, Jean, Jane, Mary Ann, Eleanor Rigby.
Go yourself.
9:34, and I can tell you it's 9:34 on the nose because I actually saw it change, Kathy.
There you go. Finally, my day is made. I'm so excited. On the nose.
3
Got
months
it.
here at the studio, and that was the first time I actually was able to be completely 100% positive when I announced the time.
The things we have to live with.
Oh, no.
All right,
All right,
so
you have something else.
I have something else.
Okay.
Related to cotton candy. And Pete, why don't you cut over to 1?
We have more.
This is not cheese balls, but cotton candy flavored balls. Yes.
No.
Now you see, it's by the company Hares, which
From Pennsylvania.
Ketchup flavored chips.
Right, no, great. They make fantastic. I get
Yeah,
it, but still.
and ketchup flavored chips are one of the best chips you can get, and Hares makes them, and now and then you can't always. Now and then you can't always find them, but now we have cotton candy cheese balls.
Well, balls, flavored snack balls.
Flavored snack balls.
No-
They're not really cheese.
I hope there's no cheese involved.
Let me see if there's any cheese in here.
Well,
Sugar, dextrose.
Nope.
Natural and artificial flavors, blue number 1, vegetable oil, and cornmeal.
Yeah, so still corn. Take us to DEFCON 5.
All right.
Okay. What do they smell like?
Corn.
It smells like Lucky Charms cereal.
That would make sense.
Yep.
I can see why that
All right.
would be. Yeah.
I mean, I imagine it's going to be a lot like cereal.
I'll hold off on commenting.
Yeah.
Kathy's
Oh my God.
staring in this bag of blue balls right
Holy
now.
smokes.
The reflection is coming out of the blue. 'cause
Yeah, it's illuminating her face.
I don't know about this.
No.
You know what, Pete? Try to
they're
get a-
giant crunch berries.
Yes,
Yeah,
they're
that's
giant
why I
crunch
made-
berries.
Look at this. That's why I
See if
made
we
the
can get-
face.
yeah.
I did. That's why I made the face.
They smell like children's morning cereal.
No, it's exactly
It does.
exactly
It
what
does.
they are.
Yeah.
You're right.
I can almost smell the marshmallows in Lucky Charms.
The snozberries taste like snozberries.
Did you say snotberries?
He did initially.
All right,
Snozberries.
You know, if these were green, I could call them snotberries, but these are.
It's a line from Super Troopers.
There are, in fact,
I
some
know.
green bits. No, it's a
Pete.
Super Troopers.
Yeah, you know what? It's amazing how he said that because after the next break, we were going to do syrup chugging.
I win.
I don't taste anything.
No, they have no flavor. The flavor is all
No
corn,
flavor.
empty.
Yeah, I'm not getting any cotton
Not
candy
enough
out of
sugar.
it.
There should be a sugar glaze on them. I mean, these are a fail. Pears.
Now,
The
I like
big
the
fail.
crunch because I love crunch. Crunch is my
However,
thing, but I don't taste it.
They should have tasted like the little berry type things that are on top of the cotton candy flavored donut at that D place. Those have that's what this should have tasted like. That little crunchy bite is delicious.
Yeah, I'm a little let down with these.
So the panel says
no go.
No go with these.
No.
We'll give them to the students.
It's like eating cereal.
Not even. It's more of that corn. You get the cornball taste without the cheese, and the sugar's gone off.
Yeah.
It's only on the outside.
All right. Well, we had one hit and one miss. If you want to call that cotton candy flavored, that bacon flavored cotton candy a hit.
It was not a failure anyway.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. It wasn't a failure.
But I see kids is liking this.
Well, again, like
'Cause
cereal.
it's blue,
so
it's pretty,
blue.
it's cute.
It's just a non-nutritious snack. Hey, however, look at the bottom. Key thing: gluten-free. It is corn, so it's just an alternative snack for all the other for those people.
Absolutely.
So they're trying to hit as many markets as they could with this product, and I understand everything pointed to cotton candy over the last 12 months, I think. So in the flavor profile world, all the companies jumped on it in some way.
And unicorn
Well,
this.
yeah, but it's
Yeah.
cholesterol free too.
I mean,
That's another plus.
Wow, yeah.
There are people that watch their cholesterol. When you get my age.
I mean, it's better than just plain cardboard, maybe, but it tastes a lot like cardboard nonetheless.
Ouch.
Calories.
Boardwalk days and carnival nights. Hers cotton candy flavored snack balls pack an entire
90
summer's worth of
calories.
fun into every delicious sweet bite.
I don't
Go ahead and have a ball. Heck, have as many as you like.
I don't know about you, but I didn't really experience a whole lot of summer fun there.
Oh, no.
No,
No.
Other than being cholesterol free and gluten free, there's absolutely nothing in here. There's absolutely no reason to eat these. Other than they're blue and pretty.
No.
Blue and pretty counts with some people.
It certainly does. There are not a
I don't
lot
know
of
what you would
blue
use them
foods
for.
out there. I think I said that on Mass Appeal one day. We were doing something, and
There are no blue foods.
Yeah, there was. Yeah, I don't remember why, but we talked about that.
Yeah, no naturally occurring blue foods.
Blueberries.
Blueberries are purple. They're not blue.
Yeah, there is that blue fungus on the corn that's a delicacy that's very blue, and I did just see for the first time a blue edible mushroom that is like iridescently blue. But I have not eaten those, but I heard they're edible.
Speaking of edible, you were in here a few weeks ago when I was away to Colorado, and I had
Staying in the no-tell.
Yeah, it was pretty much a no-tell. No way am I going back there. No-tell. On a Mass Appeal that week, you did something with green beans. Now, I think you can still get green beans at the farmers market.
I almost brought some for show and tell today.
Yeah?
Because it was really funny. What right now we're in is the second crop of green beans because you get an early crop in June and then it gets too hot in the summertime. But if you plant them at the right time in the year, the harvest was like last week.
Yeah.
But what's really funny is somebody just brought my wife a handful of Chinese long green beans. If you've ever seen them, they are anywhere between 12 and 20 inches long.
Yes, I've seen them at H Mart.
But they eat exactly like a regular green bean, no different at all. And so it's a funny story, if you cook those for your kids and you tell kids, the kids, I'm only going to eat one green bean, and then you pull out the one that's the equivalent of like 9 green beans. It's kind of like the good trick to get them to eat some more. What's also funny about the Chinese long bean like that is that once you've cooked them and steamed them, you can kind of tie them into knots. So if you're really crafty with like nautical knots, you could make like 3 little knots on the plate as a display versus just a plain old green bean.
Make a noose?
Geez, that's a very unhappy dinner. You could in fact maybe tie it around the piece of steak and go for a whole scene or something like that. Maybe.
So one thing I took away was, and I don't remember quite exactly what it was, was cutting and trimming the green beans. Now, I had always, all my life, I did both ends when I had fresh green beans. Okay. And you were saying something about not having to do that?
If the bean is clean, tender, and fresh, there's no reason to clip off the bottom nub.
Okay.
It looks pretty. The fancy restaurants have the very baby green beans, and they leave that piece on entirely. So there's, if they're snipped on both ends, it's probably because it was damaged or started to rot or something like that. That's in a lot of, like, commercially. So it just shows how good a fresh product it is if you can leave that lower end on the green bean.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Speaking of green beans, what makes a green bean haricot vert?
A baby green bean.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
simply what
that's
it
it.
is.
And are they like chiffonade or something? They're cut in half? Or?
No, that's French style. When
Okay.
they're cut in half, and then
All right.
and then there's regular cut. But the haricot vert,
They're very thin. Oh, that is, of course, they're thin.
they're just so small because
Yeah.
they're harvesting them in an unbeaned state. There's no seeds developed yet. There's no beans developed in
Yeah.
the pods yet,
Mhm.
in the baby green bean. But you have to think about that. How many more plants do you need to make a pound of haricot vert versus letting a pound of green beans go to full ripe? It's a big difference. I have a
You know,
farmer-
I noticed the difference between the two. You saute some with a little bit of butter. I know that I can taste the difference between a full mature green bean and haricot vert.
Sure, they're definitely going to have that starchy flavor from the bean part inside the seed that
Yeah.
you're familiar with. The other thing too is just the tenderness from them. You know, when I'm cooking a full size green bean, I generally put them in boiling water and blanch them before I saute or roast them because they take much longer. But with the haricot vert, you just hit them into the hot pan with a little bit of butter and some wine and garlic, and they're done. So.
Well, why were your eyes glazing there for a second?
Because I never heard that word.
You
in
never
my
heard of
entire
haricot
life.
vert?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm sure you've seen it on a menu. Even the menu here over at Tiger's Pride has them on the menu from time to time.
And actually, I don't necessarily know that it 100% refers to baby. It's just that's French for green bean.
Oh, okay.
And
All right. It's just another fancy cooking word, Kathy, like Haus Dorvis.
Kenny, just for that.
Hors d'oeuvre. Hors
That
d'oeuvre.
I got, hors
Haus
d'oeuvre.
d'oeuvres.
Hors d'oeuvres.
Yeah.
Horse dwarves.
Horse
Horse
divorce.
dwarves. Yeah, I'm good with horse dwarves.
Sous vide.
That you've taught me a lot
Chiffonade.
of this. Oh.
Mirepoix. Mise en place.
Oh,
He's doing this on purpose. He knows I'm clueless.
9:46 at WSKB.
I have 9:44, and
okay.
we went through this last time, and we were off by 2 minutes like that as well. And I adjusted the clock then. Kathy remembers me walking up and adjusting it.
Yeah, I know.
So not only do I have a clock that doesn't give me seconds in here, it loses time constantly. This is not acceptable here. We're trying to run a professional operation, for Christ's sake.
To the minute, too. To the minute. Notice
You know I'm very anal retentive when it comes to having all my ducks in a row.
Yeah.
I'm stressed. I'm really friggin' stressed right now, man. And it's not just the clock. Let's do a quick break. I want to talk to Chef about food for a little bit more while I have him. We'll be back right after this.
Underwriting for WSKB's community radio programming is brought to you in part by R. Levesque Associates. They are offering landscape architecture, civil engineering, environmental permitting, and land surveying. RLA is a second-generation company devoted to excellence in the planning and design of outdoor spaces. On the web at rlaland.com or at 40 School Street in Westfield.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Dunkin' Donut Shops of Westfield and the Sardinia family. It's nice to know that even as the world changes, Dunkin' Coffee remains the same at 7 convenient locations throughout Westfield.
One of our underwriters here at WSKB's Community Radio is Carson Center for Health and Human Services, a nonprofit organization located at 20 Broad Street in Westfield. They provided behavioral health and rehabilitation services in communities throughout Western Massachusetts since 1963. There are services for children, adolescents, adults, families, and couples. You can find them on the web at carsoncenter.org or at 413-572-4132.
It's Tuesday morning from 6 till 8. Wow, it's Tuesday with Bob Plass.
Community Radio 89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
Hey, Brian, can I have some wheat thins?
What?
Can I have some wheat thins?
They're wheat thins.
That's what I said, wheat thins.
Wheat thins.
Wheat thins.
Wheat thins.
Wheat thins.
Why are you putting so much emphasis on the H?
What are you talking about? I'm just saying wheat thins.
Say wheat.
Wheat.
Now say wheat thins.
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 No, you can't have any.
Have any what? Have any wheat thins?
It's wheat thins.
Wheat thins.
Wheat thins.
Can I be in your commercial?
No, it's our thing. We're doing it.
9:47 on this end. I think it might be 9:49 on the other end.
To the time warp again.
Let's do the time
That's it, I quit.
warp again.
Oh, Peter, don't join in on this.
You know what, Pete? I wanted to go out with what's his name, Stevie Ray Vaughan, but I think we're gonna have to do my short out now, and he's walking into the other shop.
Long gone.
He's walking into the print shop down here. You rat. So you've been on Mass Appeal since that green beans special, have you?
I did the green beans.
Okay.
And then we were on again the following week. Something else seasonal.
All right. Now, you're not...
pecan-crusted pork chops.
Yeah, now, you're not usually week after week like that.
No, sometimes I fill in when they have a spot for me
Okay,
and
because
need me. Or
I wasn't
or
expecting to look for you, so I missed this one.
Yeah, well, they're all stockpiled on their website too, so you can always search me on WWLP.com. Chef John Slattery in their search engine, and a bunch of stuff pops up. But yeah, it was we had the discussion of whether you say pecan or pecan.
Pecan.
There's Ken's 10. There you go.
Pecan.
Yeah, pecan, right? Because otherwise
Yeah.
it sounds like you're peeing in a can, and it just doesn't. It's not appealing. But
Okay.
I made a really nice cranberry chutney on top of with the pecan crusted pork chops, and we did some sizzled spinach, and it was just and some roasted potatoes. A very nice seasonal fall dish.
Now, was it a sweetened cranberry?
I used a dried sweetened cranberry, which I rehydrated. Which, yeah, good stuff, and they were yummy. And
Pete was just waving to me, and now he's walking down the hall of Westfield Technical Academy.
He's out. He said he's outie like 5,000.
Did I finally
just
push his buttons while he was pushing buttons for me?
Apparently, we must have done it one too many times.
All right. So you took the dried cranberries that we see in the bag at the supermarket, then?
Yes.
Dried, sweetened.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I rehydrated them either overnight in cranberry juice to really plump them back up, or you can bring them to a boil in water or cranberry juice and let them sit, and they'll reabsorb.
What would happen if you tried to reconstitute those with, say, sparkling wine or champagne?
Oh, that'd be delicious.
Do you think that would work out pretty good?
Yeah, you would end up flavoring the beverage with them, and kind of like when you reconstitute raisins, they turn into grapes. I used to do that a lot of times with like whiskey for my bourbon or bourbon for my bourbon sauce. I would take white raisins and soak them, put a half full jar of white raisins, and fill it with bourbon, fill the jar all the way, and they would actually turn back into full-size grapes, completely
Would
filled
white
with
raisins be the same as the golden raisins?
Same, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and they absorb the bourbon and turn almost completely back into full-size grapes.
Wow.
Yes, which could be dangerous in itself, too.
Yes,
Or could be really fun at a party.
I'm thinking that I might have an extra fifth of vodka at home somewhere. I might.
Well, vodka's a little more pedestrian, but you could use vodka.
Pedestrian.
Pedestrian, wow.
All righty then.
We used to use...
Yeah, clear liquor doesn't give you hangovers, brah.
Hey, I drink tequila, so it's all good.
Okay, yeah, that's clear.
It's water. This is just water.
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 Water?
I'm drinking water.
You know, before the TSA, we used to take Listerine mouthwash, the Cool Mint ones, empty out the mouthwash, fill it up with vodka, and put in a few drops of blue food coloring, and that's how. We bring a fifth of vodka right onto the airplane.
Wow.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that was a real good trick. You just bring your vodka right on. It looks like mouthwash.
And that's why they came up with all of these systems to stop people like you from having fun.
Right. Well, it's a concession thing.
Yeah. Well,
that too. Yeah.
The airline gets all the concessions if you can't bring anything on that's liquid.
Well, I'm all over the place anyway, so I get those coupons from Southwest for beverages, so I really don't need to go through all that trouble anymore.
Nice.
Matter of fact, I have a couple that are expiring on the 30th, and I'm not flying out again until the second week of October, so... If
anyone needs any?
Anyone wants two Southwest drink coupons that expire on the 30th, let me know. So, Pete, as you were walking away into the print shop down here,
yes,
I I said I'm going to run out of time, and instead of doing my Stevie Ray Vaughan like I've been wanting to do the last 2 weeks, I'm probably going to end up going out on my short
That's
out.
what I had loaded up. I can't remember what your Stevie Ray Vaughan was, anyways.
Well, it's written down on that paper that I give you faithfully every week for
the one that I don't
record.
read? Yeah.
Oh, what? Do I still need to do these?
Yes, technically you do.
Kathy, in my absence, did you create an on-air sheet?
I did.
You did?
I did. And I think I gave it to Peter, and I gave it to Harry.
It's in my stack, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
With questions and everything.
Legitimacy and all.
I did. I had questions for Chef John. I had more questions than we needed.
She had lots of questions for Harry Rock.
Yeah.
Who had lots of answers.
He does. Yeah, he doesn't need a lot to
No,
just go on
he
and
just-
on and on
yeah,
and on.
He's good.
It was
He's
great
good.
information.
Chef John, you look a little bored.
When?
Last show.
Well,
I know.
he had a lot to talk about.
You got to fight for your right to party.
Well, here I
Yeah.
am. I got to make it up for a second appearance this month. Although I guess I get skipped because I'm not a political candidate for next month. So.
Yeah, next
all right, I'll
week,
stay
next
out of
month is just a weird month here on Ken's Den. When's the next time you plan on going into Channel 22?
Somewhere approximately the second Thursday of the month is generally my appearance, unless they have to schedule me one way or the other.
So we're obviously with you, it's always seasonal.
I try. That's my goal. Is always to bring something as seasonal from our region and just talk about it, kind of give a little piece of knowledge about either a technique or an ingredient.
What's seasonal now that isn't pumpkin?
That isn't pumpkin. Apples. We're apple flapping right now. Remember that? The apple flapping booth at the Big E gone now, I'm sure. But it was an automated system where there was all these little animatronics, and it took the apples, and it was like these little animatronic elves, and it sliced it and diced it and fried it. And
Now they have a talking cow.
Yeah, well, that was way cooler. The feat of the animatronics for that booth that was probably built in the 70s was really impressive as a child. I thought, that art is lost. A Rube Goldberg machine being something that something
Doesn't Chuck E.
to people.
Cheese have something like that?
No, that's very different and very
with
scary.
the band playing.
But it was the system was physically making the fritters. It wasn't just a show. This animatronic system was actually producing the product. It was a hands-free. They just had to sell it. It was really neat.
Yeah, a Willy Wonka thing.
Yes, exactly like that.
I don't remember ever seeing that.
It was in the Storeton Tavern Village part back in the day when I was young and all that stuff.
What else is in season right now?
Apples, the winter vegetables. Kale is going to be getting really good now.
Is kale still a thing?
Well,
It's so 2011.
Oh, really?
2011.
You're so sad.
2011.
Brussels sprouts are coming back. The late harvest corn. We should be right into the end of the corn season right now. And then all the different, besides pumpkin, all the other delicious squashes like Hubbard and Turbin and some of those other flavorful ones are out there now too.
It's been a fairly good growing year.
For the most part.
It's been dry lately. We need some rain.
We had
dry.
July was awesome. August was kind of petered out a little bit for
Yeah.
certain crops. In July, I was fortunate enough to be able to harvest heads of romaine right from the field with my farmer for the summer camp, and I was able to see. I don't know if I told you this. Romaine lettuce was running $50 a case at through the purveyor and $35 a case at the Depot Restaurant Supply Store, and the farmer was selling me $1 a head right out of the field. I walked behind him. He'd pick them out of the most beautiful field with no weeds. He'd pick them up. I'd take the dirty leaves off and I put them in a beautiful clean crate. He charged me $1 a head. 15 of his heads was equal to 30 heads of commercial lettuce.
Awesome.
And so for $15, I got $60 worth of lettuce, and all fresh out of the field, and fed it to the kids at the camp. It was awesome.
Cool. Look at this, 9:58. I'm guessing because my clock's saying something else. Yeah, I'm not gonna let the whole thing go. I want to thank Chef John for coming in today. I'm glad you were able to come in here for the second time this month to make up for some lost time in the past and in the future.
Thanks a lot. I appreciate you having me. And if you're missing me, you can always look me up on my website at chefjohnslattery.com.
Or you can find you at the Channel 22 website as well.
Yeah, absolutely, www.lp.com.
Excellent. Next week, and the week after that, 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 City Council candidate interviews will be taking place. Now, if we don't have a slot filled up, Kathy and I will just banter like we did last week. We've gotten really good at it.
I'm here too.
But
Shop liver.
October is, in fact, definitely an election cycle here in the shop. look at this. 9:59. I knew I was going to have to use my short out instead of that Stevie Ray Vaughan song yet again. That's all I have. Thanks for tuning in. Go vote today. I'll catch you next time.
Bombadita, 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 happy trails to you. Bombadita, 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 bombadita. Who cares about the clouds when we're together? Just sing a song and think about sunny weather. Happy trails to you till we meet again.